Hey Academy students, Ian here with your tip of the day. So the other day I was interviewed, I did a live web kind of video with Peter Freeman. Maybe you've seen his stuff on YouTube. And he was asking me about mental toughness. We talked for about an hour on mental toughness. And one of the questions that came in right before we signed off was, I believe it was from a player named Judy, and she asked, what do I do about losing the players that are worse than me? It's super frustrating, and I have a kind of a pattern, or I struggle with losing the players who I'm better than. And my answer to that, which I'm going to try to encapsulate here quickly, I think is really, really important. And I think it's a matter of perspective. I mean, what does better mean, really? I think it's important to remember that at the end of the day, when you walk off the court after having played a match, whether singles or doubles, there are no points, there are no bonus points or actual points for who has the best looking technique. There are no points or bonus points for who has the smoothest, most fluid swings, or who has the best footwork, or who has the best looking outfits, or who has the newest racket, or the strings that are used by, supposedly used by professional players. There's no extra points even for who hit the ball harder during the match, or who hit with more topspin or slice. There's no bonus points for any of that. Those are all stylistic things. And I think as tennis players, we tend to, we have this checklist of, oh, they have this, they have this, they have this, or they don't have this, they don't have that, they don't have the other thing. And we make judgments in our head about who is better and who is worse. And that puts us in a very compromising situation, because when we walk on the court, we do the warm-up, we judge their outfit, their technique, whether or not they have shorts with pockets. Maybe they've got to carry two balls and then chuck the other one after they make their first serve. Maybe they do all kinds of amateur things that you judge as being amateur. And so there's no way that they could possibly be a good player. When we make that judgment and we get our serve broken by that player, what's our mental reaction to that? Our mental reaction is one of we get indignant about it. We're offended. We say to ourselves, "Oh, who is this person? How is this even happening? And how can we possibly perform well with that kind of mental framework, that kind of attitude?" And so, a lot of players against somebody who's kind of non-traditional or doesn't play the way that they're supposed to, but is still very effective, those players are frequently very, very difficult to beat and very, very frustrating. And it's because of this judgment. It's because of our perception of the player. It's not necessarily because they're a great classically trained player per se. So I would encourage you to not think in those terms. To Judy, and everybody else, listen, if you lose to a player, they were objectively a better player than you that match. They were better than you. I don't care what their technique or their power is, or their clothes or their racket or their strings or their racket bag or anything else. It doesn't matter. They were better than you. And you need to come to terms with that, because that's the truth of the matter. That's the objective truth of the matter. I think it's vital to keep that in mind. So with that, hopefully just a little bit of perspective there, some thoughts. Hopefully it's helpful to you, kind of helps you reframe things a little bit. Today is kind of a special day for me because it's the last day here in this office. We're moving. Things look really even worse than normal right now in the office because we moved a bunch of stuff to our new space yesterday. I'm leaving tomorrow for Indian Wells, so the next time you see a tip of the day from me, it's going to be from Indian Wells or from somewhere in California. So lots going on right now. Hope you're doing well. Be talking to you again soon.